Hey guys, Chuck, how's Mopar? Welcome back. I'm going to be mounting an A990 scoop on my Coronet's hood. A990 scoop. It's actually an engine designation for the 65 model year. And generically called a Hemi scoop, which I call a 68 Dart Cudas the Hemi scoop. This could be called a Hemi scoop too, I guess, but I just call it A990. So the A990 in 65 was, of course, a Hemi, 12.5-ish compression. It had a magnesium intake, headers, aluminum heads, you know, stuff like that. It's not the designation for the 64 scoops or 64 car, 64 engine. And I don't remember what that is, but I got schooled up a little bit by a guy that has an original 64 Hemi car that came with the aluminum front clip, basically. Even the hood was aluminum. All aluminum, and then a special lightweight bumper and all that fun stuff. So anyway, yeah. So originally these came on those cars. They were aluminum, certainly in 64. I don't know about 65. But they had a big oval cutout underneath there. I'll throw up a little picture of it, and you can see what they look like. So they would seal to the velocity stacks on the Hemi for drag racing. Anyway, so yeah, I thought cool. The whole idea of putting a scoop on a car that I'm going to daily drive and drive the whiz out of is a little silly to me, because there's things like people, there's debris on the road. I'm not going to make it functional anyway, because I don't want all that crap blowing in. And not only that, but this thing's bound to cost me some fuel mileage. But cool is cool. Okay. So we're going to get to this. This thing mounts, there's 12 J clips. Okay, these things. And those are the screws that go through there. Now, the original cars, this would be a 1/4 to 3/8 inch back from there. And they actually had seam sealer that they seam sealed these things down. Okay, picture of that. It's not a really, I mean, it was a race car. So fit and finish, I guess, wasn't too much of what they were about. I got this thing. It came from a guy we call Hemi Eddie. He gets them from somebody else. It was shipped, good old FedEx. So I get the thing in here, and I notice there's a crack right here. Crunchy crack a little bit. Hemi Eddie packed the hell out of this thing, but you can't fix stupid. So you see right there, and you see right there, this jackass has clearly dropped it. Even, I know it poked through somewhere else. They dropped it, there it is, another poke hole right there. It was obviously not handled well, so I went ahead, there you are. So I went ahead and let me show you something here. Since I'm doing body work on my car over here, I have ready access to fiberglass filler. I had already planned on filling this entire leading edge lip. This is how they come. That's how they were made. It was open. These things were not supposed to last a lifetime, okay? A race season. So I went ahead and packed it full. It's going to make it much more rigid. And I also, on the Cudas hood scoop, that's the way it is on there. You know, they packed it full. And other ones I've looked at, like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I had to fix this. It was not a big deal. Hopefully my work will hold. It was cracked there through the gel coat and everything. I got a few calls out right now. In fact, I'm expecting a call from Hemi Eddie, because I have to cut through the, just for some techniques, that's all I need. I can figure all this out on my own. But I'm gonna have to cut through the bracing for holes to fit these guys through. You'll see in a little bit. Okay. Gonna get started here soon. Before we get started, I'll show you what's been going on over here. You guys saw how Drew came over, split this. I body worked it. It's been body work. It's 90% there probably. I got a high spot up there. I'm gonna probably schmoo all that all the way over, because right here is factory work and it was full of lead. I'll have to do something else. Well, I'll be using fiberglass body filler. Do you guys remember this mess back here? All right, what this quarter's new on this side, and they had bondoed it, but it was coming apart. This is where we're at for now. I would call that 90% as well. My plan is to Rambo this thing for a while and get everything 90% or better, and then have Jay come over and show me what I did wrong and finish it right, correctly, okay? So anyway, yeah, this is still sitting here like I just showed you. Anyway, let me get after it here. Anyway, I gotta get this thing lined up fairly center. This does have a body line. It is super faint. And I'm gonna make a little mark best I can, wherever this is. I'm not sure if this body line just doesn't end in the middle of the hood somewhere. So anyway, I do have pencil marks on here from the other day when I thought I was sending this thing back. All right, I think I'm just gonna put this thing 3/8 from the front. I'm not going flush. Or is that a quarter? It's close. Okay, boys, got one of these out. Can't really read it too well with that tape measure. That's the thing about these cars, you know, I don't need to tell you. You can be as anal as you want, or you can just not give a crap. And I'm cool with either way. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch on this thing. It's gonna be pretty close. That's not bad. So let's see, what do we have over here? I think it's shifted that way probably. 8, 9, 7/16. 9, wow, it's really off. All right, okay, so it's roughly in there. So what I'm gonna do is, all I got is 2-inch painter's tape. I'm gonna mark this thing and run strips of 2-inch painter's tape down the middle so I can trace this and then get an idea where my tabs are gonna need to get drilled in here, you know? Probably drill some holes first, go from there. All right, boys, I've gone ahead and marked a couple of marks on the deal. Right there, 2, right, oh wait, wrong side, dummy. Here, for marks. Close enough. All right, put this mother back on here again. All right, on these scoops also, the factory came with a center post, and I would have to fab something up for that because they didn't, you know, yeah, they don't sell it. All right. Okay, first problem of the day. Besides, I pinched the hell out of my finger. I thought I'd start fitting the J clips on here, see what we got, and naturally, they're a little long. Okay, so what I could do is probably grind down the J clip a little bit, but that is the thread, okay, the end of it there. So that sucks, but what I am gonna do, you'll see, I think out of all of them, this is the only one that went in the way it should. And of course, there's plenty of room along here, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I believe, is use this guy to clearance that a little bit. Start grinding on my brand new scoop. Screw that up. But what we do have, boys, is there's a band here. I think I can shave off enough, and then if I have to do something with the clips, I can do that too. But this is the kind of crap I want to get finished now versus when, you know, the hood's finished. So, all right. I'll set you up and we'll start grinding a little bit. Okay, yeah, a little bit of clearancing needed. I just used a carbide bit. This is for you guys that might ever, ow, dang, gum, fiberglass. For you guys that are gonna do this. I went ahead and put all these on. They clearly don't need to go all the way to the back because they'll just be close to the edge. In the end, they're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to put something on here because these will wear into the hood. Paint. And yeah, so now I'm going to take my little marker. I believe I'm going to mark these holes, and then I'm going to drill holes in the fiberglass and put the screws in, set it on the hood, and see what the hell happens. Here's hoping. Here's wish me luck. Okay. Well, we're this far. I used a little awl to, make a pilot hole. Then I used a small bit. I don't know what I ultimately ended up with. A bigger bit. Big 3/16 maybe, I don't know. So they're in, and I needed these things to be fairly, centered, which that one's not, because I planning on using the screw heads as I guess, guys, I don't know, as to drill my next holes in the hood, in that hood. I don't know. Let's see what's what. I may need to come up with something else here. We'll see. Okay, I got all the screws in. I don't know, I had to do a little more clearancing. There's just more buildup, Hey, these are hand laid. These rear screws are definitely going to go into the hood. So that's undesirable. All right, in the hood, they're going to go into the fiberglass. So I think in the end, I'm going to have to clearly grind them down. All right, there's that. I do not know. So this should be 9 1/4. This should also be 9 1/4. This should be, wrote it down, 12 inches. Close, close, good. All right, another reference point. I'm taking the straight edge I got the flats of the screws facing this way, you know. And I'm just gonna mark this way. And that'll be a start of finding a center hole. And yeah, it's a start. All right, boys, I don't know what the hell to do here. I have gone ahead and measured out from the edge of each screw. I drew a line here. Okay, on each one, they're all, actually, go figure, they all measure the same. And center line of this one, center line of the rear ones. So what I'm gonna do next, what I'm gonna do right now, pull this on. Let's get a look and see if these things are pretty much in line. And they're not. Of course, the scoop is curved. That's unfortunate. All right, so I've done that. I had gone and tried circling the screw heads a little bit. That didn't work either. What I think I'm gonna do next, I gotta find these holes, you know. 5, 12 holes. I need to make a hole, need to make 12 holes. I think what I'm gonna do now is go over on the scoop here. This scoop. Take the nuts out, bolts, and then measure in between each hole. Sound like a plan? And then mark that on there and see what happens. All right, here's hoping. All right, boys, moment of truth here. I think I got everything. I don't know, hell. I've gone ahead and did the best I can. I got them all marked. And I'm sure they're gonna be wrong. Something's gonna be wrong. I actually started a hole here because I determined that that one was in about an 1/8 too far, 16th, I don't know. Or so I'll be making bigger holes. So this, they gotta be close. We're not doing machine work here, building cabinets. So let me do another one back here. Another hole. Woo-hoo. All right, I'll drill all these out. This is an 1/8 inch bit. It's gonna go bigger than that because clearly the screws are bigger. And we will be back. Now, this up here, all of these are outside of the structure, but these up here are in the structure. So I'll have to go all the way through with a, you know, that. So I can make a big enough hole to get the washer and everything in there. Okay. All right. 12 drilled holes. So I need to open them up. They need to be as bigger than that. And we have a washer here. What does that measure? 5/8. Washer measures a 9/16, I guess, which is good. We're gonna need to move. So what I'm gonna do is drill a hole. I don't know how big. This is 7/32. Let's try that first. See what happens, what that wants to do. Now the ones in the front here, that with the structure under there, I can't drill through all the way with this bigger bit because I am gonna get a hole saw over there. Try that, you know. Gives me some wiggle. So let me drill these. And we're gonna see if the son of a gun wants to line up a little bit. All right, let me do that. I'll be right back. Well, I'm through. We're through. Yep. Stupid tape. If I make this bucket from across the room, it's going to be perfect. And I missed it. All right, whatever. Okay, come here. Guess we're wanting to start a couple, huh? Start them. I'm gonna need my ice pick. Well, the first one fits perfectly. First one fell out. Let's go up here. I can't find my ice pick. Makes me sad. They're all falling out the back. You can see right now that's not close. That one's pretty good. That one's not bad. I'm gonna have to open these holes up. Well, I'll be honest, they're not completely off. Okay, so there's 8 of them in there. And it's not terrible. So I'm gonna open up those bolt holes. Okay, do not lose a bolt. I'm gonna open those up more and go from there. I'll be right back. All right, I run into a problem that while it sucks, it's not a big deal. Here's a screw, it's tight, it will tighten, but then there's one that goes through a doubler, you know, the structure here and that one. So, you know, what I'm trying to tell you is right now, the screws are too short. So she's good, pretty good. I haven't checked my measurements. I'm gonna do that. But I'm going to check the measurements. I'll tell you guys what I come up with, and then I'll flip this over, because right there I got to auger out a hole for one of these guys to fit through. Come on, you. See? Oh, grab. Okay, be back with you in a second. All right, 7/16 for these screw heads, and this is a 3/4 inch bit, hole saw bit. It is fairly aggressive, but it's what I have, so. All right. Yeah. There it is. It's one big ass hole. And it's not centered. That sucks. Oh well. Not centered. Damn it. Who'd have thought? Whatever. And it's kind of all over the place. All right, both those discs fell in. That looks better. I'm gonna get a magnet and get that out of there. All right, flip back over. Let's see what happens here. Now, clearly, a lot of my screws are way too short. It's just gonna be, I'm gonna have to get different screws anyway. Because there's stuff between the, when they put this hood together, they put in shmoo in spots. So, I mean, the structure is just separate from the skin, and I'm not going to squeeze it all together to make it work bad as I'd like to. So, let me see if I can start one of the parts here. Well, like I said before, the first one fits. This will be a job that gets done in the end on the car. Well, just like this, we'll put the whole thing on, because and be damn careful too, because we can't be scratching everything up. Let's see. Gonna have to go with this here. Seems like it wants to grab. Close is good enough. See how we're doing back here. Not hating it. We'll get these started, because once again the doubler Well, boys, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave it here. She's on there tight. I mean tight, right? But it measures, what did I have? 9 3/4 from here to here, 12 inches from here to here on both sides, and it's exactly on. I'm gonna look back here. Okay, so right now, if you ask me, I got a little more gap than over here. Honestly, I mean, I got wiggle room. I mean, with how many screws in there? 6. I got, yeah, not even 6. I think I got 4 in there up front here, and then 1 in the back where it goes through the skin. Otherwise, they're just not long enough to get through the doubler, which sucks because I paid for the screw kit. Whatever. You get the, yeah, whatever. I paid too much too. It's just what it is. You want it, you buy it. If you don't, then find your own, which guy can. Now I have to. So yeah, these, most of these would have been hidden anyway, because I'll probably have a, it's got the little anchor on it too. Correct, supposedly you pay for correct Mopar stuff. You pay, yeah, pay for this. This wasn't free. But anyway, yeah, there's that. I've got to try to source some screws and go from there, but that's how she'll look eventually. And now I can mark it and I at least know where I need the body work. Here, there, not everything underneath of there. Cut my work down considerably. There's a spot. Yeah, she's gonna look good. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I wasn't gonna film this because whatever, but I thought it'd be a little more of a tutorial. Like, this is how I measured, but it's kind of all over the map. I see right now, but that's it. It's on. Thanks so much for coming along. See you guys next time.